Hey everyone, it is post-vacation day in the lifetime. So we just got home, I don't know, about 20 minutes ago, and we're just gonna finish up the rest of our day at home. The coming home from the hotel is not the end of our vacation, but I thought I would just share what it's like once we get back home. So first thing I'm doing is starting with laundry. Specifically, I'm starting with the wet swimwear that we had left in the hotel shower overnight last night, because we did, you've already seen what we did of that. If not, go back and look on our hotel day, but I'm gonna let that run. The dryer, I'm not 100% sure is empty. Okay, it's not. So we actually ended up having an issue where the towels did not dry before we left, and we had two of the biggest towels and they didn't dry before we left. So we just left them in the dryer, asked her if she would just turn them on when she got here, and she did, because she's super sweet and wonderful and amazing. And speaking of which, I will show you little Mr. wherever he is. Where is he?
In here.
Where in here?
He's like, there's still suitcases out, so I'm not leaving you.
Yeah, so he's gonna be, his paw is stuck in his collar.
Again?
He does that. Sometimes he'll lay down and he literally loves curling up when he lays down. It's always been his thing. That or completely sprawled out. It's one or the other. This time he was curled up. There he is. Say hi. He's like, no, I'm too excited.
I'll do it for
Say hi. He's like, hi. So the kids are gonna get some electronics time, because we are all having what I call the decompress time, which this is one of the reasons why we like vacationing and having a day after vacation, right honey?
Yep.
Is so we can have time to sit down and just decompress after vacation, not go straight back into, you know, work and all of that. I have not updated my calendar behind me to actually say, you know, July. So my first goal is to actually immediately start unpacking. I have found that if I immediately start unpacking and immediately get to laundry, number one, it's more likely to actually get done right away before things have too much stain set in or mildewed from being wet. Number two, it just seems to get things back into a regular routine faster. So immediately tonight, we were supposed to have pizza, but we ended up eating a big lunch on the way home, so we might just do like leftover foods from the trip. We've got like pepperoni, string cheese, granola, chips. Finish all of that food off, and then we can save that meal for tomorrow night, which also saves us to do an easy meal because we're going to do pizza. So that gives me an easy meal for our first full day back home. We did a short pre-hotel stay vacation thing that we did for the weekend before. Then we had the week of where we stayed at the hotel. Now we're starting our last weekend of vacation, because we get the weekend before and the weekend after, and we're going to do an at-home movie party and stuff like that. But yeah, so first thing in the door, been home 20-ish minutes, unload the suitcases and immediately get those wet clothes in. And then once they rotate out, I'll get the semi wet clothes, because we had two different loads of swimwear, so get those going. Then while that's going, I'm going to clear out our cooler bag, which is actually one of the kids already did. Did you already clear the whole cooler bag out? Like it's completely empty, or just the cold stuff?
Cold stuff.
Yeah, so she went ahead and took care of cold stuff for me. Thank you. Fist bump. Yeah, dog's like, oh, fist bump, I need a fist bump. You're crazy. So now that that's already been taken care of, I can just put dry goods food up, and then I can start unpacking the other suitcases. The way we ended up doing it for this one, and I found that this time traveling with tweens and teen where they're bigger kids was so much different than any other vacation travel we've done so far. And this is our first time traveling with a teen as well, because it's been 2 years since we had a family vacation like this. So we ended up, the two largest suitcases have dirty clothes in them, in garbage bags, to try to keep it from like just being, I don't know, I didn't want it like in the suitcase, so it's in garbage bags in the suitcase. And we reuse the garbage bags in our trash can once we're finished with them, and just rotate them out as we need trash bags. The smaller two have what's left. We ended up not needing our towels at the waterfall hike. We thought we would, we didn't. and we had a couple of changes of nicer clothes because we thought we went ahead and planned for one each night, but we ended up not, and then we ended up doing a casual dinner last night, which was perfectly fine with everybody, right? Wendy's was awesome last night. We went to Wendy's, it was awesome. We ended up bringing it back, and you'll see all that. I don't want to like recap everything for the people who have watched like start to finish. So I'm gonna unpack all the dressier clothes before they get super wrinkled, because we just packed them down this morning in the hotel, and they've been in the suitcase for a couple hours. I want to get them out before they're super wrinkly, and then we're gonna put the towels away, and then we'll just rotate laundry while everybody plays Minecraft and just decompresses. It is after dinner time. Everybody's in pajamas. Basically, we have one load of regular clothes to fold. I went ahead and stripped the bed. We usually change sheets over as soon as we get home. We've got a change of sheets to put on right now. Comforters in the wash. And if I can show while kids are doing teeth, we have all of the first load of swimwear hanging up on hangers on the shower rod that allows us to be able to let them hang dry. Sometimes we can also put them in our closet, and one of the closets has plenty of room to do it. As long as you spin them out, they're not dripping. So, but the kids are getting ready for bed, and we're just changing laundry over, and also still just focusing on relaxing and, you know, just kind of taking our time getting unpacking done. So I actually changed up a little bit after we did the first load of the wettest swimwear. I decided to go ahead and do our comforter and get it into the dryer so that we can use, well, not comforter, it's a quilt, but use our quilt tonight. So we're going to put it in here to dry, and then we're going to do the next load of the swimwear. We also picked a bag that if the stuff in it got, or if the bag itself got wet, even through the trash bags, then it wouldn't be a huge deal. Forgot to put dryer sheets on my pre-trip purchase. That's okay. I can pick up dryer sheets. Hopefully I don't run out first, but it'll be okay. But yeah, that's how it looks. We had it all in trash bags. The other ones were already in another trash bag separately as well. So now I can put those in. Now the, I keep wanting to say comfort. Now the quilt is going into the dryer. One thing I did do different this time, since we had so much wet swimwear, was while it's in here hanging up to dry, the first load, and I don't know, I'll try to fit the second load in here. It may go in the other closet. I have the goggles in the bottom of the the bottom of the tub drying as well. The two trash bags from the swim clothes. This is a magazine rack. It came with this set for here that we have, and it works really well to put bags or shoes on. And I also have our water shoes over on the fireplace drying, because they were mostly dry, because they dry so fast. I just let them there basically because they ended up getting put with the swimwear, because they were also in the bathroom. But they were pretty much dry this morning when we checked out. So I wanted to go ahead and have them set aside. So I did that, and I went ahead and put this bag upside down to dry, and it's actually not that bad in here. I don't know where my mother-in-law got this bag, but I love it. It has pockets galore. Worked out perfectly to take the towels and all the day wear stuff that we used, or the day use stuff that we used for the hike, and so it worked out really well. So have that there. Again, trash bags drying, we just reuse them for trash at this point, and then we'll put clean trash bags in the suitcases when we repack them tomorrow. But yeah, so this is how it looks so far. And once the comforter comes, or the quilt comes out, then I will get around to making this bed. But here's another new thing we did. Like I said, the goggles. We've never really had to worry about like wet goggles before, but they were still slightly wet this morning. We had wet bathroom stuff. One of the girls, we ended up running out of shampoo that the hotel provides, and we would have had to ask for our room to be flipped to get it refilled, and they were super busy because they constantly flip rooms in that place. So they were like super busy. I didn't want to bother them, and I mean, we had our own shampoo and conditioners, or we didn't have any conditioner, but we had our own shampoos and stuff. And I may change how we do that from now on with tweens and teens and stuff, how we do it. But one of them actually took like their whole pouch in the shower, not knowing, you know, hey, we probably shouldn't do that. I think I'm just gonna do it like that. I usually wipe behind the sink right there anyways, but that's not gonna have to dry. These are gonna have to dry. So I put all the wet bathroom stuff that was still wet this morning in with the swimwear, because all that was already wet. So now, like, the bottom of this was wet, so now I have all the wet toiletry stuff out drying as well for overnight. And then in the morning we'll probably finish this pack off, you know, just slowly use it day by day. We actually are thinking of switching because it didn't do quite as well as it used to do for the other brand that they used to carry. This is a different one they used to carry. Probably find something different for facial wipes for at the end of the night. These worked out okay. I'll do another video where we talk about it, but I have a plan for what we're probably going to do next time we do a more than weekend stay for everybody. But worked out for all this to be out drying in the bathroom. Now that all the kids are in bed, the last thing that I'm doing before going to bed, putting the clean sheets on and all that, is I'm writing down what we ran out of, things that we forgot to pack, and things that we want to do different next time. Go ahead and write those down while they're fresh on the memory. And there's a couple things that we're going to start changing now that the kids are older, and some things that just we had done in the past for packing that ended up not working this time once we got there. Like getting to there was fine. Once we got there, didn't really work out. So there's a couple things we're going to change, and I'm going to do it in a whole separate thing because it would be a lengthy thing to talk about. But I'm going ahead and write all that down. And I started making a list while we were gone, but definitely start nailing it down on, I don't know, I find getting it from here to paper instead of just in the phone sometimes helps me remember better and have a thing to look at. So working on that and pretty much finishing up and getting some sleep at home for our first night back at home after our 4-night stay at the hotel. But that's pretty much it for how we did it. Like I said, we got home about 2:30ish and had a finger food since we had a big lunch on the way home. Then we went straight into laundry and unpacking and washing our bedding since the house sitter uses our room, and just, you know, transitioning slowly but getting back into that rhythm of everyday life. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.